But showing skin doesn't mean someone's any less of a human being or any less entitled to basic human decency and respect. If you want to talk scary, slut shaming is often the first mental step someone takes toward justifying acts of sexual violation on Halloween night.
Whoa!
Hold on,
Because
Laci, you
all
can't know
men
that. That
are
goes to the
rapists,
operation of their
aren't they?
minds. Oh, sorry, Teal dear, I stepped all over you. It sounds like we both spotted an issue with this part of the video at the same time. I was about to say, hold on, Laci, you can't know that. That goes to the operation of a hypothetical predator's mind. But please, what were you gonna say?
All men are rapists, aren't they, Laci?
What? Where did that come from?
Justifying acts of sexual violence on Halloween night. Now, this makes me wonder, Laci, is there in fact a massive spike in sexual offences on Halloween night?
Why does it make you wonder that? She didn't say that sexual assaults happen more frequently on Halloween or anything like it. She said that when sexual assault happens on Halloween, slut-shaming is often used to justify it, which is ridiculous. She can't know that, and neither can anyone else. But the point is, now I have to sit here and listen to a deconstruction and a refutation of an argument that nobody made, but that you seemed to hear. I think we've all had this experience at one point or another. I was posting on an atheist forum once, and I made the benign comment that atheists tend to deny God's existence on scientific grounds. And I was dogpiled with indignant responses to the effect that atheists do not deny God's existence. After a long head-scratching session, I found myself in a pages-long discussion where I asked if they affirmed God's existence, to which they said that there was nothing to affirm or deny because there was no evidence, to which I said that that isn't how postulation works, and eventually I discovered that a common fundamentalist argument had been to say that in order to deny something, you first have to accept it, and then deny it after accepting it. I then understood that this wasn't the atheists' mistake, they were just responding to bad reasoning in the first place, and since I had used the word deny, they thought I was making that same argument. They quite literally had flashbacks of the ludicrous arguments that they had encountered over and over again by other people. This goes back to my video about why you probably aren't a racist. We can sometimes anticipate what someone is implying, or what we think they're saying, or what they're going to say based on our general experience with similar sounding arguments, or even arguments that contain certain trigger words like deny in the case of my forum discussion. And I suspect that Teal Deer has probably encountered a lot of people who talked about slut-shaming to the effect that all men are rapists, and so that's what he anticipated and subsequently heard when Laci Green talked about it. I think we would do well, myself included, to keep this in mind when discussing these kinds of issues, and let's try, despite our past experience and the volume of bad or disingenuous arguments that we may hear on the internet, to always listen and evaluate what a person is saying, not what we think they're implying, and not what we think they're gonna say. The problems are solvable. Thank you, and Godspeed.